Well, this is a Procumbens nana juniper. Oh, probably pushing 30 years. Well, there was a gentleman that showed interest in it. He didn't commit, but he showed interest. But there's no way that I'm going to sell him something like this. I'm going to be spending the next 2 hours or so trying to get this to look like it should be before it gets sold. Well, it's really hard to see what's in there, right? So I'm not going to take too much of your time at this point. I'm going to just do the pruning and then show you the finished product. So this is, well, you can see the trunk a little bit. Anyway, yeah, this is going to be pokey. I'm going to be probably swearing a little bit, but I'll get back to you after I get done, because we've seen enough of the pruning process anyway. So, okay, wish me luck. Well, 2 hours later, we got this far. Now you could actually see the structure, right? I wonder if this should be the front. It looks like next time I work on the roots, it should be tilted slightly differently. Not bad. There was a heavy branch on the other side, so I took them off and it got better. See, from the side view, it looks like it could tilt back towards our left a little bit, but not a really bad situation. I'm not going to worry too much. Well, we're almost into September and we're hitting the heat again. So I don't want to do it now. I could do it probably in a month if I was inclined to, but I could also wait till next March or so. So this is the other side. I bet you thinking, what style is this anyway? Well, this style I call the California bunjing or California literati. Well, if you look at the trunk, it's got nice lines, but not much taper, hardly any at all. And that's sort of like the hallmark of a literati. Well, the literati Japanese style, they make this really stark. But in California, where it's very hot, it's really not palatable to have, almost 90% trunk and 10% foliage. So I started adding more branches to the nice literati line. So I call it California bunjing. Well, if that makes sense to you. Anyway, hopefully this might become a goodbye old friends, or you'll be sitting around. And if it's still sitting around next spring, I should get to pinching these branches and tighten it up so that the little branches become more distinct. But I'm happy where it is. I wish I could have done it 2-3 months ago, then it would have recovered. And I think there's some time for it to recover. So I'm not going to worry one way or another. But anyway, I thought I'd show you the after, because there was not much to show you when it was still bushy. Okay, so this has been the dwarf Japanese garden juniper, or Procumbens nana juniper, probably pushing 30 plus years. This one is in need of pruning badly. I was wondering what style this should be called. It's definitely a cascade, but cascade usually means that the branches come down. But then I got this thing going up. Those of you that have been following me, you probably figured out by now that I don't really follow a lot of the simple rules they try to give you. Well, you know, bonsai is an art, right? So once you get past your horticultural and technique and basic stuff, you look for ways to present it differently to other people. Well, I think this is another one of the examples. Well, you know, you've seen me do a lot of pruning already in the past, so I'm just going to do the pruning. So what we're looking at right now is the before shot. And then I'll get to the after shot when it starts to look like it should, okay? So anyway, I'll get to work. Oh, this one looks like it's got about an hour, hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours of work to get it back in shape. Okay, so I'll see you a little bit later when this starts to look like it should. Well, I'm done. Well, I'm going to show you a lot of details. Look at this root flare, or the root where the root meets the ground. Oh, can't see with that branch in the way, right? But look how it started to come together here. Let's try it again. See how I think I had it planted high and then it washed off, and look how it looks. I found a lot of interesting features on this juniper. Right up here it goes like this, and it makes a really right tight turn and comes back. Those are kind of things that you can only do by using the growth pattern. I don't think you could wire it so that you get that tight turn. Oh, it's right down in here. Okay, this is the branch, and normally we go down like this for cascade, which it does. But if you go back up, so normal cascade will be cut off here. This one goes up, and we have a informal upright on top. I guess you could say technically wrong, but when you're an artist, you're looking for the technically wrong that makes a presence. That's my justification for coming up with all these little different ideas. But it's been getting people's attention though. And that's mainly what I want to do, is to have things that other people may not have. So this is looking from the front, I believe. Well, I could spin it, except that it's not centered, so you get off the screen. So I'm going to turn it around so you can see the other side. Okay, so this is the other side. I'm not sure if this could be the front too. But, well, you know, I guess probably went a year before I got actually down to really pruning this thing out. So there was a lot of interesting surprise for me. So anyway, you already saw the before shot. This is the after shot. And, well, Since this is a short chapter, I'll include it with the other one. And we'll put these two, well, let's see, these will be fairly neglected procumbens, nana, juniper, bonsai, or dwarf Japanese garden juniper is, I think, common name for it. So anyway, I'm going to say goodbye for now. I'll see you again real soon. And you might see this, but once I get it looking this good, quite often it gets sold. So anyway, if it does get sold, this has been goodbye, old friends. I make things up all the time. This is probably about 30 some odd years old, huh? I can't remember everything. Okay. But anyway, here we go. See you again real soon.